Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons come out, and they are led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. He'll get about 2. Benjamin Morrison there to bring him down. From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than you.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Logan Hall. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, here is Penix. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. This one caught by Tompkins. He's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. About a yard short. Now, what do you do on 4th and 1? This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory, but you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Sanders. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup there of 19 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the RPO, a pass taken by McMillan. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Jackson now on 2nd down. They'll go right back to McMillan. Complete. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. Complete.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Off he goes. And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
2 yards on
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
The 12-yard line.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
3rd. They need 8. The motion man is Johnson. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's good for a Falcon first down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Gain of 6 brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
And the Falcons first down.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Penix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
On 3rd down, Penix. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So, the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Johnson now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times, and maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike, you think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they make a Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees, and Carolina replayed in a Super Bowl. I mean, this was a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay has been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it. You know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams Really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing, and, we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll go again here with Irvin. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
It's a gain of 5.
McMillan, the man in motion. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out wide. He'll try and get there, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
The kick is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 10, Falcons 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Devin Tompkins on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So, Greg, here come the Atlanta Falcons, 8-9 last year, in it right down to the wire. However, 7 straight losing seasons. What are the keys here for getting this turned around for the Falcons?
Yeah, obviously, all eyes are going to be on Michael Penix. It's going to be on the quarterback. It was a very strange situation last year. Not only the money they gave Kirk Cousins in free agency, but then only a couple weeks later, Mike, they shocked the NFL world in a lot of ways by drafting Michael Penix, which told you just how good they thought he was. He was magical coming out of college. So the question is, all right, Michael Penix, you're the guy. There's no question. There's no uncertainty. You are the starting quarterback all offseason.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference about my kick to touchback. They got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival, so you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
A gain of 16 yards.
A first down throw for Jackson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The rookie from Georgia, Jalen Walker. The first-round pick making an instant impact. A sack here in the season opener.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
McMillan comes in motion. Second down, Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off. Bucks are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? And he barrels his way into the end zone. Isaac Guerrero. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
His kick is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 17, Falcons 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, New new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
A gain of 10 brings up.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll throw. It's Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's into a slot to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he is going to have that Falcons 1st down by a couple of yards, able to convert on that 3rd and 3.
That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Another run here for Robinson. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple. And it's 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. He takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he will score! Game on! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
No problem there on the extra point. And the Falcons are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Irvin. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2.
Right back to Irving. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
For a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. That left side by McMillan. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
It's Otten in motion. On first and 10, Jackson. Get this complete right side to Otten. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. Jackson from the gun. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll step up and run. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores, and it's first and 10. That's caught right side. It's London. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
22 yards. That's another Falcons first down.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches.
Third down.
Throwing again, it's Penix. That is caught. And the Falcons going to be set up with first and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he'll spike it here and stop it with 45 seconds to go. On second down, Penix. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back. And it's not going to be easy.
Makes the score Buccaneers 20, Falcons 17.
A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. They go down to an 8, and that's the way to start the new campaign. 1 game, 1 win here in this season opener. So, a win here for the visiting Bucks. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1.